RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Tom Lane, State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Macias Insurance, professional independent insurance agents. First Mid-America Credit Union, exceeding members' expectations since 1934. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance. All of your protection under one roof. Morrissey Construction, completing projects ahead of schedule and under budget for 60 years. Andy's Auto Body and Car Care, offering friendly service and reliable repairs since 1974. Liberty Bank, committed to providing excellent customer service above all else.
Collinsville is 2-2, Jerseyville 2-2, Alton 2-1, Marquette 1-2, and again these teams played last in 88, 87 and 88. A couple of times in the 80s, also back in the 60s and the 70s. But it has been a long time, and the student sections are both rocking and rolling. Lots of blue in the crowd, lots of red in the crowd, and about 2,400 fans, or at least 2,400 seats, about capacity here at the high school gym.
I don't know if they've ever had a crowd this big in this place, but if you haven't, take a picture of it if you're here. You might as well, because you may never see this again in here. Here's two teams from one town.
That's right. Here's the tip, won by Alton, and we'll give you the starters as we go along. Abasa Brown, Derek Thurman, Aaron Womack, Tyrone Parker, Carlos Anderson for the Redbirds. Parker inside, bumped, missed the shot. Coddington the other way, gives to Lavender, down to Scheider. He lays it in. Sam Scheider for two, and that's how we start the scoring tonight.
Well, you haven't had a lot of offense from him this year, and if you can get some from him tonight, Marquette would surely love to have it.
Here's Parker to the corner, throwing it away. Scheider has the steal, gives it up, tipped away, and it's Alton ball on the turnover, and that's the thing the Redbirds thrive on, is turnovers, as we all know.
Well, they both do. They both like to get the turnovers and get out in transition. We'll see which team has more success at it here.
2-0, Marquette, 1 minute into the game. Parker with a three. Tyrone hits the three from the right side.
Spotted up from the right corner, and this is a big game from one aspect. Alton can be the only one that can spoil Cahokia's chances of winning this.
Coddington glass, no good. Rebound, Redbirds, who lead it 3-2 now as we come back the other way.
I'm not positive of the tournament rules, but if Alton wins tonight, and if they could beat Cahokia tomorrow, does that give them the tournament title?
I would think so. Parker, three, top of the key. It's good again for number 5.
Somebody's come out ready to shoot the basketball tonight, taking all three of Alton's shots, knocked down a pair of back-to-back threes.
6-2, Marquette breaks the press. Scheider underneath, glass and good. Scheider has 2 buckets.
6-4, and 2 players have all 10 points in the game now.
2 buckets for each team. It's 6:06 to go. First quarter. Out to the top. Womack will try a three. No good. Rebound, D.T. McMurray. McMurray bounces to Coddington. He's underneath the basket. Turn around, off the rim. No good. It's Lavender, Williams Bay, McMurray, Scheider, and Coddington for the blue of Marquette. Alton ball now leading 6-4 over the Explorers. Abasa Brown into the lane. Good spin move, but he missed it. Rebound Thurman, and he lays it in. Derek Thurman for 2.
That was a nice spin move by Abasa Brown. He just didn't finish it, but Thurman, great awareness there from behind to come in and stay with the play, and he gets an easy layup.
Marquette ball in an 8-4 game. Both coaches up and at it, as you would expect. Marquette running their offense, and Jake Coddington with the basketball. Williams Bay looks to Dion Lavender, back to Williams Bay. Spinning inside, finger roll, no good. Rebound Womack for the Redbirds.
Well, both teams have had some really good looks so far here in the early going.
Redbird nest in the far corner, and both student sections from the floor all the way to the ceiling here in Jersey. Here's Carlos Anderson around Scheider, layup good.
Boy, boy, what a move that was. And Steve Medford taking a quick timeout.
Timeout Blue, the red with the lead. Alton 10, Marquette 4 in the first quarter. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
If you want your car to look stunning and keep it running, then take your car to Andy's Auto Body and Complete Car Care Center. Andy's ASE certified mechanics perform oil changes, suspension repair, air conditioning repair and service, engine diagnostics, warranty maintenance, tires, brakes, and shocks, plus state-of-the-art Hawkeye alignment. Like Andy's on Facebook. Andy's Auto Body and Car Care Center with 2 locations in Alton and Maryville is your car's home away from home.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
Alton Redbirds a record of 10-10, Marquette a record of 12-6, and we're underway here. 3 minutes plus into the game, and here at the Jerseyville Tournament, Alton 10, Marquette 4.
Alton off and running and really playing hard. Both teams playing hard. I mean, they both had some good looks. Right now, Alton just knocked down a few more shots, really taking advantage of their possession so far. And as evidenced, good dribble drive. Anderson was able to get the reverse layup to get them the 10-4 lead. They got us to a timeout here.
Mike Williams-Bay driving, free throw line, back to McMurray. Tipped around, McMurray will dribble into the lane. Double pump and good. D.J. McMurray will hit the bucket. It's good.
Found himself a little bit of room there where he can get into the paint and knock the shot down.
Abasa Brown kicks it out to Derek Thurman. Thurman's going to drive now. Blocked away by Scheider. Out of bounds. It's still Alton ball. 3:59 to go. First quarter. Redbirds and Explorers here. After the game, we announce our Munganast Alton Toyota player of the game. And we're going to have a whistle. And Womack and Coddington.
You get a warning.
A little talking to from the referee here. And Alton will throw it in. Abasa Brown to Womack. Aaron Womack with the ball to Abasa Brown again. Guarded by Williams-Bay. Brown with a crossover dribble. Top of the key. Whips it right side to Thurman. Thurman gets a nice pick from Anderson. Here's Womack inside. No basket. He traveled as he went down and laid it up and in, but an extra step for Womack.
Yeah, he had a step there, but they got him for the whistle. I thought maybe they were going to call a foul on the ground, but second turnover for Alton. Marquette with 1.
10-6, Alton over Marquette. Scheider to Lavender. Blue basketball here. Coddington out to Williams-Bay. He fumbled it near the sideline. Out of bounds. It's Redbirds ball.
Well, both of these teams are going to apply pressure to one another. They're going to get in your face, and it's going to come down to the team that's going to be able to handle the basketball the best here. So far, each team with 2 turnovers. A little bit of the shakes for both of them now with that applied pressure.
Turnovers, turnovers, turnovers. That will probably be the story of the game. Womack gives to Anderson. Carlos into the lane. Up and blocked away. A foul is called, though, on Marquette under there. A lot of contact, and they finally blow the whistle on D.T. McMurray.
And Anderson, I believe he's going to go to the line here. Yes.
And that is our first foul of the game. Yes,
it is.
Anderson at the line. Carlos with a bucket earlier. He's got 2 points. And in and out. He missed a free throw. And Anderson will shoot another one. 3:11 to go here. First quarter. Anderson gets ready, fires it up and in, and the Redbirds now lead it 11-6 with a free throw.
And here comes full court pressure. Marquette breaks it.
Inside, Scheider will lay it up and in, and Scheider leading the break time and time again.
Now, how long have we been waiting to see him come out and score some points for this team since he's come back from that ankle injury?
They've all been layups.
Look at that.
And here's Thurman spinning in the lane. He had a layup, but he was fouled as the Redbirds are pushing it into the paint.
No offense to Jack Miller, but I think might have been a road runner that just ran by him. I mean, boy, that was just a mismatch with quickness there.
McMurray's going to get the foul helping out. Second foul. And Thurman puts the free throw up and in. He's got 3. And Alton High with a 12-8 lead now. Here's the second free throw for Thurman. It's good. And again, both teams really only go about 7 deep, 2 or 3 subs tops off the bench.
That's why you can't afford to really get either team to get into foul trouble, because if you do, that's just going to test your bench. And like you said, they don't go very deep on that bench.
Larry Gibbons and Tyler McLemore in for Alton. Here's Williams Bay laying it up and in as he blew by Tyrone Parker.
Just more quickness now on the court for Marquette. You bring Keyshawn Young in now for McMurray. You get maybe a little more defense there, a little more quickness, but you lose McMurray's shot.
Williams Bay with the bucket. McLemore has missed a couple of games with a concussion. Here's Anderson, glass and good for the Redbirds.
I think he's got a perfect matchup in this game. If Marquette's going to have to switch that up, because they match him up with Jack Miller. He's going to take him one-on-one to the basket every time, and Anderson's just that quick.
Carlos is a tough matchup for anybody defensively. Here's Scheider driving.
Well, he might have to be the one to guard him.
Kicking it back to Keyshawn Young again. Now Scheider to Dion Lavender. Redbirds lead 15-10, and they throw it away. Lavender looking backdoor there, but it's Alton ball.
It was really congested down in there. It's a low percentage pass to try to make. If you can thread that thing in there, it's a good idea, but not a whole lot of room to try to thread that ball through.
Tomorrow night, Marquette against Jerseyville, Alton and Cahokia. We have those 2 games on the radio. Here comes Tyrone Parker into the lane. Layup is good as they go to the rim again.
He popped a couple of threes earlier, and that time he found a seam and was able to get inside the paint, knock down the finger roll.
He's got 8 points in the first quarter. 17-10, Alton by 7. Marquette ball, Williams Bay with it. McLemore on him on the switch. Now Keyshawn Young 3. Nope. And a foul on Miller, pushing off on the rebound, it looks like. It is going to be Jack Miller with a foul.
I didn't see who he got a hand on there, but
somebody went flying out of bounds.
No wonder he was all alone around the rim there.
1:05 to go, first quarter, Redbirds by 7. Alton leading. First quarter, 17-10 in Jerseyville. Abasa Brown blocked away by Williams Bay, but he's on the inline. It's Alton ball right back.
Right. Both teams looking extremely hard right now to get a one-on-one matchup and just get a good dribble drive going to the basket. You've seen it a lot on both sides so far.
Tyrone Parker guarded by Lavender. Now to Abasa Brown. He and Williams Bay paired up. Now Brown to McLemore. Tyler will dribble to Larry Gibbons.
Good to see him back in the lineup.
Yes. Got that concussion injury against East St. Louis last week. 30 seconds left, first quarter. Here's Tyrone Parker. Kicking to Gibbons for 3. It's in and out. Lavender with the Marquette miss. Rebound. 16 seconds left, first period here. Alton leading 17-10. First quarter winding down. 5 seconds left. Williams Bay driving. Baseline. He fires a fadeaway up and good. A fadeaway for Williams Bay, and it goes down to end the first quarter. Alton 17. Marquette 12 after 1. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
I'll grab the birthday cake. You bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
Timeout! Come here. I need better coverage. Anybody here give me better coverage?
Put me in, coach. I can give you better coverage. Not only can I give you better coverage, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
Hey, where do you want this ladder?
Oh, come on, coach.
American Family Insurance.
Second quarter now, back live in Jerseyville at the basketball tournament that got started last weekend, and it will wrap up tomorrow night, Saturday to Saturday. Marquette ball. Lavender gets it knocked away, but a foul is called. Carlos Anderson, I believe, yes, on Lavender.
That's Alton's first foul. First foul of the game.
And Lavender at the free throw line.
Boy, he quiet in the first quarter. Didn't even attempt a field goal. I don't think he got very many touches either.
Lavender's free throw is up and in. It's good. Coddington did not score in that first quarter either. He had a couple roll off the rim. 17-13 now, 17-14. Lavender made them both.
And Marquette making a little push here, making it a one-possession game right now.
Redbirds led 17-10. It's now 17-14. Gibbons will drive on the baseline. Reverse layup, no. Marquette ball.
Boy, he had a step too, and I'll tell you what, that tells you how quick Abassa Brown is. Not too many people can go by Williams Bay like that.
Here's Coddington out to Keyshawn Young. Coddington, Young, Scheider, Williams Bay, and Lavender out there for the Explorers. And Coach Steve Medford.
He's quiet, calm, and reserved, right?
Trying to talk over the crowd. That's not talking, screaming over the crowd. Now it's Lavender, guarded by McLemore.
Is he going to have a voice at the end of the game?
Coddington lays it up and in as he broke free on the left side.
That's just good patience, hanging on to the basketball there, not trying to do anything crazy with it, and they finally were able to slip a pass inside. Coddington with his first finish.
Redbirds ball, leading now 17-16. Parker, free throw line, good. Glass and good for Parker.
He's made 4 in a row now after missing his first field goal attempt, off to a really hot start here.
19-16. Scheider to the corner. Keyshawn Young. Explorers down by 3. Here they come with a 3. Scheider, short. McLemore fights for the rebound to Tyrone Parker. Parker for all.
It's his first miss of the game.
Carlos Anderson, top of the key to Abassa Brown. Red and white basketball, blue and white on defense. Here's Abassa Brown, free throw line jumper. He missed it off the rim. Marquette back the other way, 5:50 to go. Williams Bay, 3, no good. Got his own rebound, and he's driving inside, fouled by Parker.
Initially took the three-point shot there and got a fortuitous bounce. Rebound comes back his way. This is what Marquette wants you to do if you're on offense, if you're Alton. They want you to settle for jump shots. And Alton was having success. They were driving to the basket and making things happen.
First free throw, no good. Another one coming for Williams Bay. It's Womack and Thurmond back in for Alton. McMurray back in for Marquette. He comes in for Keyshawn Young. Williams Bay at the free throw line, 4 points in the game. In the air, this one rolls in for the 5'9" sophomore. Williams Bay scoring a free throw, 1 out of 2. Redbirds ball, they drive again. Thurmond, left hand, no good. Parker knocked it out of bounds. 19-17, Marquette trailing, they have the ball back.
It's a miss, but you can live with that if you're Coach Eric Smith. Again, somebody driving hard to the basket, getting to the rim there. A little bit of a contested shot. Yes, you got to miss, but that's what Alton's going to want to do. They're going to want to get to the basket like that. That's where they had their success. That's where they're going to continue to have it, not settle for those jump shots.
Left side, Lavender guarded by Parker now. 2 number 5s battling. Williams Bay to Lavender for 3. It's good. Left side 3 for Lavender.
And he's on the board now. First shot attempt of the game, and nice little 10-2 run here for Marquette has got them back in front.
20-19, Explorers by a point now. Here's Abassa Brown giving the ball to Thurmond. Alton ball, 4:50, second quarter. Here's Womack into the lane, fires it up. No, little fadeaway in the lane. Marquette ball again.
I think Coddington altered his shot just a little bit.
Scheider inside, good, and 1. Womack with a foul. Coddington will go for 3.
Now he found the seam again. Now Marquette's starting to find a little rhythm here where they're making good decisions on offense. And that time Coddington just took it hard at Womack, drew the foul, and he's going to get 1. Chance for a 3-point play.
Jake Coddington didn't score in the first quarter. Now goes for the 3-point play, and it's up and in. Marquette coming on in the second quarter now. 17-12 after 1 quarter was our score. Alton with a lead. Now timeout Redbirds as there's a trap at midcourt, and Alton will call a timeout with 4:28 to go. Second quarter, back in a moment. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Do you, Casasa? Do you have a free checking account that pays you cash? Cash like greenbacks, cash like, hi, I'm Johnny, cash like this. The massive interest you get just for putting your money into a free Casasa account. Casasa. A new word for a checking account that liberates you with no minimum balance and ATM refunds from sea to shining sea. Do you know where to get more cash? If you Casasa, you do. Do you Casasa?
Don't just bank. Casasa, only available at America's finest community banking institutions.
Louis Korak and Brent Berkland back here at Jersey Community High School. And we continue on here with a packed house. Capacity about 2,400 fans, and we probably have that and more. Here's Alton with the basketball after the timeout. Redbirds trailing 23-19. Abassa Brown up the floor. Abassa driving in and got rejected there. Marquette out of bounds under the basket, though. Looks like there's some contact, but no call.
Yeah, Brown a little bit undersized there going up against a couple of bigger bodies. Scheider was 1. Williams Bay trailing, almost got the steal going the other way here, but Brown, probably the only guy on the court that could recover like that and be able to get his own miss.
Tyler McLemore leans in, puts it in as they got it to him down low off the inbounds.
First touch, first shot actually at the basket. They need some of his muscle inside because Womack was taking that responsibility on his own since number 13's been out.
Scheider inside, throws it to Coddington. It got deflected right to Coddington, who laid it in.
Now he's finding a little something here in the second quarter. Quiet first, 7 points now in the second. Marquette back up by 4.
McLemore inside, blocked away by Coddington again, but he throws it out of bounds. Turnover, Alton ball back the other way.
Now trying to force something maybe that wasn't there. Little patience maybe, keep the basketball and methodically work it up and try to build the lead. And 4 turnovers now from Marquette in the game.
3:25 left first half. Tyrone Parker inside. He couldn't get it to go. As the defense collapsed again. Here's Lavender inside. Layup, off balance, no. Tipped around, Redbirds have it. Tyrone Parker to Anderson. Jam time! 2-on-1. Anderson slams it home. Timeout Marquette.
Yeah, just a 2-on-1. They worked it well there instead of being selfish. Anderson gets the little dump off and he finishes it off with a little flair.
3:07 to go, first half. Timeout. Marquette 25, Alton 23. 2-point game You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Morrissey Construction Company is a general contracting firm that specializes in housing, historic renovation, educational, and commercial construction. For 60 years, Morrissey Construction has exceeded client expectations by completing projects ahead of schedule and under budget while providing quality construction services. Maintaining good relationships while placing the client's building investments first has helped the company build a reputation as a trustworthy contractor with a multitude of repeat clients. For more information, visit morrisseyconstruction.com.
Explorers by 2, 3:07 to go. First half, 25-23. Alton with just 6 points in this second quarter as the Explorers have gained some momentum and gained the lead by 2 points.
It's been a good ball game so far. Both teams have had their runs. Marquette with a little bit more here in the second quarter where they've reclaimed the lead. They had the early lead in the first quarter, but Alton came back with a vengeance. Now Marquette on a run of their own.
Marquette ball. They have McMurray and Lavender, Coddington, Williams Bay, and Young on the floor. Keyshawn Young checks in.
And they got this lead with McMurray sitting on the bench.
Williams Bay with the basketball, guarded by Abasa Brown. McMurray 3, missed it. Keyshawn Young with the rebound on the weak side, Marquette ball. Offensive rebound, and now a reach in on Womack with a foul.
Second foul, too, to get it there.
Womack always aggressive, and it's going to be Larry Gibbons into the game for Womack now. So McLemore, Gibbons, Anderson, Brown, and Parker on the floor. For Alton on defense, Williams Bay to Lavender inside, left hand, no. Gibbons the other way. Redbirds push it to McLemore.
That's
back
smart.
To Parker. Inside, he threw it away as Gibbons was open, but he couldn't get it to him.
And he points at him. He knows if he's looking for the pass there, he's got an easy little dump in, and they know it. That's just one where a little miscommunication cost them.
Here's a steal by Gibbons, though, and he lays it up, and it's going to be goaltending.
Yeah.
His layup was going to go over the rim, maybe not go in, but it is goaltending.
Well, I think it got off the backboard, actually. Once it hits the backboard there, that's automatic. Of course, we're at the other end, too, so we're our instant replay monitors here so we can digest that thing.
Tie game at 25. Williams Bay with a miss and then a foul as Anderson grabbed the rebound for the Redbirds. Williams Bay and Abasa Brown, probably the two most active players on the floor so far, and they're head-to-head.
Fun little battle, isn't it?
It is.
My eyes can't keep up with them, let alone my legs.
A blur sometimes. 25-25, tie game, second quarter. Down to the baseline, Anderson. Right elbow out to McLemore now, and he'll hand it off to Larry Gibbons. Redbirds ball.
This is a good matchup here, too.
Anderson. Here's Lavender holding McLemore away from the ball. Foul Marquette.
Those are the cheap fouls that you hate to give up there. But then again, neither team in really a lot of danger yet of getting into the 1-and-1.
1:36 till halftime now. Still 25 all, and Brown throws it in to Anderson. Alton high ball, Abasa Brown to Larry Gibbons. Gibbons inside, got the ball knocked away by Marquette. It's still Alton ball. Out of bounds, under the basket. And Brown will throw it in again.
I think Steve Medford's saying that didn't deflect off of anybody, and he was wanting the basketball.
Throw it in to Parker. Parker with Keyshawn Young on him. Out to McLemore, over to Anderson. Driving into the lane, Carlos up and in again.
Tough shot there. Boy, that's just strong. He had to basically take on two guys there. Good defense both ways.
Williams Bay up to Coddington. Coddington blocking foul. He threw his elbow a little bit there, but foul on Alton high.
It's going to be a block. A block on McLemore just late. getting there, getting to the spot that he needed to get to. 5 team fouls on each team now.
And of the coaches, you would guess it, but Steve Medford a little more active than Eric Smith, too. Now we have a timeout for Marquette. Medford flying up and down the sidelines, and Eric Smith pretty much staying still through the whole game so far.
He hasn't been through one of these rivalry. Well, neither one of them have. What am I saying?
Coach Eric Smith in his first year at Alton High. Head coach, 27-25, Alton leading here. Marquette ball in a 2-point game, and Marquette with a timeout.
It's been everything we've expected so far. It's been tight so far. Biggest lead of the game was by Alton. They were led by 7. Marquette's biggest lead has been 4. And right now we got a 2-point game.
At Litchfield tonight, East Alton Wood River won the 11th place game over Lebanon, 57-55. So the Oilers by 2 at the Litchfield Tournament tonight. Lots of tournaments going on around the area, including right here in Jersey. Keyshawn Young guarded by Gibbons.
Nice win by one of the local teams.
46 seconds to go till halftime. Here's a pass down low to Lavender. Forced it up, and it went up and over the rim and in.
Well, we've had good defense on both sides, and when somebody knocks down a shot on you, when you put up a pretty good resistance, there's nothing much you can do about it. And that time Alton had good D on Lavender. He was just able to will one in there and tie the game.
22 seconds till halftime now, and here's Parker. Tyrone into the lane, kicks it to Anderson, out to Brown in a tie game.
I'll keep it for the last shot now.
27 all. Abasa Brown, double team on him. They get it to McLemore, out to Carlos Anderson for 3. It's no good. Gibbons will put it up. Oh no, on a reverse layup. He missed it off the back rim on an offensive rebound, and it's halftime, and we're tied at 27-27 in Jersey County. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Tom Lane, State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend, Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949, Macias Insurance, professional independent insurance agents, First Mid-America Credit Union, exceeding members' expectations since 1934, Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all of your protection under one roof, Morrissey Construction, completing projects ahead of schedule and under budget for 60 years, Andy's Auto Body and Car Care, offering friendly service and reliable repairs since 1974, Liberty Bank, committed to providing excellent customer service above all else.
The Redbirds nest and the Explorer Blue Crew student section right below us here. And it's 27-27. Marquette will send Lavender, Williams Bay, McMurray, Scheider, and Coddington out on the floor. Alton with Womack, Thurman, Anderson, Parker, and Abasa Brown to the floor.
You ready to do this second half? Let's get it going.
I don't know. Maybe more than just the second half. We had a couple of good ball games. Jerseyville winning on a three-pointer, a buzzer beater over Pittsfield tonight.
Calling overtime?
Why not? Double, triple overtime. There's a foul on Marquette away from the ball as Anderson went down the lane. He was fouled by Scheider.
And neither team. McMurray and Womack are the two players with 2 fouls in the game. Other than that, forget about it. And you know what I like is the officials let them play in the first half.
Yeah, because it was still physical, really.
Yeah, but let them go. Let them decide the game.
Thurman left side for Alton now. Gives out top to Aaron Womack. Redbirds ball in a tie game. Abasa Brown, again, hasn't scored yet.
That's amazing.
Keep an eye on that. He's into the lane now. Up and in. 2 points for number 2.
You weren't going to keep him off the board for long. He handled the basketball quite a bit in the first half.
Lavender stops and pops. No. Brown with a rebound. Abassa knocks it off of Coddington. Redbirds ball out of bounds.
As I was saying, Brown had to handle the basketball quite a bit because he had Williams Bay guarding him in that first half. He did take 4 shots. He was 0 for 4. He figured out it was going to improve here in the second half, and he got off to a good start there by knocking down a little short one to get things going here in the third quarter.
7 minutes to go, third quarter. Anderson double teamed out to Womack. His short jumper, good. Womack for 2.
He didn't score either in the first half and had very limited touches. It's pretty good when he could knock down a mid-range jumper.
Coddington in, off the glass and good as he was open right side.
Womack went for the steal, and once he didn't get it, that freed up Coddington, and he was nice little kiss off the glass.
He's got 9 now, and it's 31-29. Redbirds by 2. Alton high ball. Abassa Brown will bring it to the near side here in the right corner. Carlos Anderson wants it, gets it. Outside the lane, fade away, no good. Tipped out by Womack. It's Marquette ball.
Well, you figured sooner or later it was going to be Scheider matching up with him one-on-one because I just think that, Scheider's specialty is on defense, and that's a good matchup for him. Good matchup for both players.
There go the Explorers again. Scheider inside, left it short, got his own rebound. Leans in, missed it again. Rebound Redbirds under there. A mess under the basket. Here's Parker to Abassa Brown. Abassa with Williams Bay on him. Blows by Bay, and now inside Womack. Glass, no, he thought he was fouled. Back comes Marquette. Here's Scheider, left hand, good. He ties the game at 31.
Well, he left his first 2 shots of the quarter, last possession, short. That time just strong to the basket. Used that strong body. He's got 8 points in the game. He hasn't scored since the first quarter up until that bucket there.
5:25 left, third quarter. Tyrone Parker inside. He missed it. Off the rim, foul. And it might be Womack again. It is over the back.
Well, good thing for Alton is you do have McLemore now at your disposal where you can get him in the game here now. And Womack's going to have to be careful.
He's still in there for now. Tie game. 5:11 to go, third quarter. Scheider double team, gives to McMurray. Now Lavender, left side. Right in front of the Marquette bench and in front of the Redbird nest. Womack tips a pass out of bounds, or tips the ball out of Scheider's hands. Scheider's going to throw it back in.
Little sentiment here, you think, too, for Steve Medford. He was an assistant at Alton High. Now the head coach at Marquette, so he's been on both sides of these benches.
Here's Scheider driving in. Missed it, short again. Coddington over the back, no call. All the way down to Abassa Brown. He's fouled by Williams Bay.
Well, once Alton gets out into the break there, you knew it was going to have to be a hard, aggressive foul just for the simple fact that Alton's going to push it at you. They had numbers there, and Williams Bay forced to foul, picks up his second.
Third quarter, 4:49 to go. Abassa Brown puts it up and in. Brown, ready to go again. Shells and Oilers with victories tonight at the Litchfield Tournament. In the air, Brown missed that free throw, 1 for 2. Back come the Explorers in a 1-point game. Alton leading 32-31. Pass tipped away, goes right to Coddington, and he lays it in.
Sometimes you need a fortuitous bounce. There have been a couple in this game. That one certainly benefited Marquette Blue.
Brown down to Womack, and a goaltending on Coddington, and the Redbirds take the lead by 1.
Yeah, that one came off the backboard, and I think that's Steve Medford was wanting to know, and the officials like, hey, it's coming off the backboard, and right call was made there.
Womack with a bucket, 34-33, Alton by 1 again. Back and forth we go. 4 minutes left, third quarter. Scheider into the right corner. Coddington back out to Sam Scheider. Now D.T. McMurray with it. McLemore's going to check in a moment. Down to Coddington again. Over Anderson. Up and in for Coddington.
Boy, he's come out hot. I'll tell you what, he's made his last 6 field goal attempts in this game. Had a couple of misses in the first quarter, but they're making the effort to get him the basketball.
And all right there around the basket. Easy ones for Coddington. Here's Anderson. Inside. Blocking foul on Lavender as Anderson went into the lane.
Good power move there by Carlos Anderson and was able to force that. You don't get a foul there, Alton's going to get an easy layup.
McLemore in for Womack. Tyler in, Aaron out. Alton ball. Under their basket. Marquette by 1, 35-34. And Tyrone Parker fakes a three. He's headed inside, blocked away. Coddington with some help defense. Lavender free throw line, missed the jumper. Scheider with the rebound. He missed the layup. Scheider again, up and in.
Too many offensive rebounds there. Scheider just stayed with it, and he's in double digits.
Now we have a foul the other way. Coddington fouling Abasa Brown.
Pace is picking up.
Back and forth we go.
Boy, Marquette's shooting it very well so far in this third quarter.
37-34. Marquette by 3. Abasa Brown with 3:09 to go. Coddington with his first foul. Now Brown to the line. 3:09 left, third quarter, and Brown puts it up, and it rolls in for Brown.
Just snuck it in there, had just enough where it can creep over the front of the rim.
Cahokia and Jerseyville with victories here at the tournament tonight. And this one's short. Brown 2 for 4 now. Got to have those free throws. 2-point lead, and McMurray for 3. No good. Scheider had it. Brown steals it. Brown layup. No. Jam on the follow. Tyrone Parker jammed it home.
Boy, that's impressive there. The airtime he got and timed it perfectly. Man.
Way over the rim, and while it was in midair, he ties the game. Coddington missed it. Rebound. Anderson gets fouled. No. Over the back on Anderson as he had the rebound, but it's Marquette ball off of Anderson, and somebody injured.
Oh, they got it right.
Williams Bay is slow to get up. He's going to have to leave.
He's telling Coach Med, I'm all right.
On one leg, I guess.
And I think the official just pointed the wrong way there.
Alton ball. Williams Bay goes to the bench. Keyshawn Young in.
They were initially pointing Marquette ball, but
looked like Anderson may have been fouled there. Tie game, 37-all. Gibbons out to Tyrone Parker. Tyrone fadeaway, good. 2 more for Parker.
Nice little pump fake there. Instead of trying to force it to the basket that time, which they've been good at, he was able to recognize that no more room for him to go and just stops and pops. Good patience.
Marquette can tie it with a bucket right back here. Explores, Keyshawn Young. Right through the hands of Scheider on the wing, out of bounds, Alton ball.
That's our first turnover but for either team this quarter, believe it or not.
And Williams Bay right back in for Keyshawn Young. Redbirds ball, they have Anderson, Brown, Thurmond, McLemore, and Parker on the floor. Here's Abasa Brown. Third quarter, 1:45 remaining now. Tyrone Parker has a long 3 in the air. He missed it. Rebound, Marquette.
Well, Anderson set him a screen there, but took a chance.
Williams Bay is fouled on his way to the basket. Anderson with his second foul. Team foul number 2. Marquette with 4 team fouls. And 1:33 to go as Marquette will throw it in. The foul was on the floor. Lavender puts it on the floor to Williams Bay. Down to Coddington. Easy steal for Anderson. Anderson up the floor, inside, puts it up, short. Marquette ball in a 2-point game.
Yeah, he just didn't get it up to the rim. He made a nice move and did the right thing.
Here's McMurray for 3, and it's good. He hits a 3 on the right side.
Well, once Thurman went flying the other way, McMurray was just able to spot up, and the first 3 for him tonight.
Abasa Brown into the lane, out to Derek Thurman. Thurman back to Brown here with under a minute to go, third quarter. And we have out of bounds. Brown stepped on the sideline. Marquette ball, they're up by 1 point.
It's only Alton's 4th turnover of the night.
You're in tune.
Just stepped on the line.
Couple of minutes after 9, you're in tune to WBGZ Alton. After the game, again, our Munganast Alton Toyota player of the game. 40-39, Marquette. Williams Bay back to Keyshawn Young. Into Coddington, off his hands, out of bounds. Alton ball.
Boy, Keyshawn Young had one of 2 choices. They were both at his disposal. If he keeps that, he's got a free lane to the basket, and that's what Coddington was expecting. He wasn't expecting the pass there, but the pass was right in stride as well. It's a tough turnover.
Alton ball down by 1. 24 seconds left. Williams Bay with a steal.
How about
Bay,
those hands?
Layup, blocked away by Abasa Brown. And they bring it up to Parker for 3. It's off the mark. Rebound Anderson. Carlos up, fouled by Coddington with 10 seconds to go in the quarter.
Boy, how about, Williams Bay has just got basically an uncontested layup at the other end. How about that defense?
Where did Brown come from?
Man, it's impressive.
1 point game. Anderson at the line. He's 1 for 2. In the air, short, no good.
Free throws are important in a tight game like this. Gotta have them.
Anderson still looking for his 10th point now. 2 misses by Brown, 2 misses by Anderson. 40-39. And Anderson puts this one in to tie the game. 40-40. Just 10 seconds left. Here's Lavender up the floor to McMurray. D.T. McMurray is going to run out of time. He fires it up off the rim. No good on a fadeaway. And that's the end of 3 quarters here at Jersey Community High School. 1 more quarter to go, maybe more. Marquette 40, Alton 40. We're still tied. We were tied at 27 at halftime. 4th quarter after this, you're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Why should you bring your vehicle to Quick Lane at Roberts Motors? You never need an appointment, just drive on in. Quick Lane has the guaranteed lowest tire prices around. Plus, we perform a multi-point inspection of the critical items on your vehicle at no charge every time you visit. Ford, Chevy, Toyota, or any other make, Quick Lane can service it. We're even open on Saturdays. Stop by Quick Lane at Roberts Motors today. Come see why life is better in the Quick Lane.
Welcome back to more from Jersey. Louis Korak and Brent Berkland here on the Big Z. 4th quarter now. We're still tied, 40-40, Marquette ball. Dion Lavender for 3, and it's off the mark. Rebound, Williams Bay under there to Scheider.
Oh, he
left it short. Lavender no good underneath. Rebound, Redbirds, here they come. Tyrone Parker behind the back, and a blocking foul on Scheider in the lane.
Boy, Marquette's got some easy ones there. You can't leave those short. But that just maybe tells you there might be some tired arms out there. Second foul on Scheider.
Alton's going to throw it in, but first there's a little problem in the lane. McLemore and Womack, the two Redbird football players.
Little city love, huh?
Trying to do some physical damage there. Now they throw it in. Here's Larry Gibbons into the game to Abasa Brown. Brown for three. It's off the mark. Long rebound. Womack saves it to Brown. Abasa into the lane. Glass and good.
And that's just good hustle by Womack to keep the play alive, keep the possession alive, and Brown with the finish.
Scheider outside for three. It's blocked away. Womack, but here's Williams Bay. Underneath to Coddington. He's fouled. Underneath there by Abasa Brown.
Both teams just relentless, not giving up on any play, not giving up on any ball, and it's paying off right now.
Marquette, a little bit better from the free throw line tonight. All of their free throws coming in the second quarter when they were 4 for 5 as a team. Here's Coddington at the line. Alton leading 42-40. This free throw is good. Now he'll try to tie the game. Another tie, maybe. .7:04 to go. Coddington missed the second one. Womack with the rebound. Redbirds have it, leading 42-41. Tyrone Parker up the floor to McLemore. Now to Gibbons for three. It's short. Womack fighting for the rebound. Out of bounds. Marquette ball. Carlos Anderson back into the game for McLemore.
Womack thought he might have gotten pushed a little bit there, but again, they're letting him play.
Williams Bay in the backcourt, fouled by Gibbons. Didn't look like he was touched. Now we have a touch foul, of course, after all that contact.
After I opened my big mouth about talking about letting him play.
Physical, then a little touch, and there you go.
So they're letting 99.9% of it go. There you go.
You can hammer them, that's okay. 6:44 to go. Marquette ball, down by 1 point. Here's D.T. McMurray, guarded by Brown. Now Scheider, Womack on him. Scheider driving in. Kicks it to Lavender. Lavender into the lane. Puts it up, puts it in the lane for Lavender.
And that's the ability that he's got. The one wild card on this team that's not afraid to spot up from three, and also not afraid to get into the lane and knock down that little short jumper.
43-42. Marquette by a point now. Here's a pass, tipped away, Marquette ball. Williams Bay to Coddington, missed a layup, and it's loose on the floor. Jump ball, Alton ball on the arrow. Another layup.
Tried the finger roll there and couldn't get it to go down.
5:57 to go in the game. Tonight, Cahokia beating Collinsville here. Jerseyville at the buzzer beat Pittsfield 44-42. And now Marquette and Alton 43-42. Marquette by a point. 1 point. Here's Abasa Brown.
Good
giving
pass.
to Womack. Reverse layup. Good from Brown to Womack.
Boy, that's just good unselfish look there and just caught him in stride. And Coddington was coming in to make the block on the short side, and a nice smart play by Womack to go to the reverse that time.
Womack has 6. Alton now by a point. 44-43. Explorers have it. At their bench, they'll throw it in to Williams Bay. Back to Lavender. Dion Lavender steps back. 2. It's good. Lavender a long 2 there.
And again, he's just that wild card that can go in, go out. A little bit of a tough guard, and if you're Alton, you hope he doesn't get hot shooting the ball.
Abasa Brown to Larry Gibbons. Gibbons out to Womack. 5 minutes to go. Now Marquette by a point. 45-44. Here's Abasa Brown in the left corner, getting by Scheider. Down to Gibbons. He got hit on the arm, it looked like. 3 is no good. Marquette the other way. Lavender stops for 2, and he hits again. Lavender, 2 more.
Well, he's getting hot. He's got 6 here in the fourth quarter. He had 7 points through 3 quarters, and he's up to 13 now.
4:30 to go in the game. Marquette by 3, 47-44. Tyrone Parker driving in. Right elbow, stops, pops, no. Tipped up by Gibbons. Up and in for Gibbons. Timeout Alton there.
Didn't give up on the play, and again, I'm impressed. Both sides with a lot of second and third chance efforts in this game, and that's another one right there.
4:15 to go in the game as Alton would like to set up some pressure probably here with 1-point game again. Marquette 47, Alton High 46. Tomorrow morning we have sports talk. We'll hear from the RiverBend coaches. We'll hear from Coach Tim Nelson, who is no longer the football coach at Marquette High. We'll hear some of his comments on the show tomorrow. And the basketball coaches too. The Eagles, the Oilers, the Shells, the Redbirds, and the Explorers. McMurray, Williams Bay, Scheider, Coddington, Lavender out there. Here comes Marquette, up by a point. 4 minutes to go. Lavender, offensive foul on the baseline. Dion Lavender.
They're going to get him for his 3rd foul, and I know Steve Medford's upset, but from the angle that I saw, you can just see he threw out enough of the forearm, threw out enough of the elbow. Official was right there on that call.
Redbirds ball. They have Anderson, Parker, and Brown. Thurman and Womack on the floor. And both teams have pretty much played the same players. They got to be dead tired right now. In this
high school
hot gymnasium.
Got enough? You got a knife? We can cut the intensity in the atmosphere in here.
What a night. Carlos Anderson driving. Anderson up, missed it on the right block, no good.
Tried to take it at Scheider with a little baby hook there and a little too much mustard on it.
3:35 to go. Marquette ball, they lead 47-46. Here's Scheider down to Coddington. Coddington fadeaway, good over Anderson, 2 points.
Well, he's had a good night shooting the basketball.
Timeout on the floor, 3:21 to go. 49-46. Marquette with a 3-point lead. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
40-40 coming into this fourth quarter. The Redbirds have been outscored 9-6, so Marquette's lead is 49-46.
Each possession, the rest of this game is just going to be crucial.
Abassa Brown down to the baseline, out to Parker. Tyrone Parker, and a legal screen called at the free throw line on Aaron Womack.
And that's going to be his 4th foul.
Referee will call that every time. Those illegal screens at the free throw line are getting called everywhere. College, high school games, NBA. 3 minutes to go in the game now. 3-point lead, Marquette, and they have the ball. McMurray gives on the wing. Thurman knocks it out of bounds. 2:55 remaining.
Plenty of time.
Marquette throws it in, yes.
Lots of time. Possessions are just they're at a premium here the rest of the way.
Lavender, fadeaway, no. Coddington saves it to McMurray. Stripped away, it's Redbird ball. Carlos Anderson gives to Parker. He lays it in.
He thought about going one-on-one there, but decided against it, and a good decision. Anderson to lay it off to Parker, and 1-point game again. What else would you expect?
Tyrone, what a night. 16 points. Here's Coddington. Coddington leans in, gives to Scheider. Stolen away and on the floor. Timeout.
Nope, they're called jump.
Alton wanted a timeout, but jump ball, Marquette ball, I believe is the call here. And Marquette will throw it in at their bench there.
Was that Thurmond or was that Parker down on the ground? I couldn't tell. I think it was Parker.
I think it was Tyrone Parker, yes.
You could tell he had the ball in his hands and he's trying to get a timeout, but just somebody got a hand in there for Marquette and got a hand on the basketball before he could get the T signaled.
Tomorrow night, a couple of games on the radio from here again at the Jerseyville Tournament. 6 o'clock and 7:30, back-to-back games. Right now, 2:12 to go in this game. Lavender in the corner, down to Coddington. Spins in the lane, rolls it in. Rolls it in, it's 51-48.
Boy, he loved the matchup he's had offensively tonight. Second half, just ever since the second quarter, he's been on a tear scoring-wise.
Coddington at 6'6". Nobody for Alton can match that. Here's Parker with it. Out to Carlos Anderson. 1:40 to go in the game.
You don't need a three here. That's what's important for Alton. You don't need to force one.
Here's Tyrone Parker into the lane. Puts it up. In and out. No good. Rebound Anderson. He'll lay it in.
Again, just second chance points and guys fighting for every loose ball, and that's why we're at this point right now. We got a little Van Halen score. How about that?
51-50. Marquette with the lead. Very good. 1:11 to go in the game. Marquette ball with that 1-point lead. They're watching Anderson and Coddington under the basket. And Anderson with a foul at the top of the key as he comes out with foul number 3.
And that's going to be bonus time now.
Team foul number 6.
Or actually, yeah, you're right.
7 team fouls for Marquette.
The other way.
Timeout on the floor. 1:01 to go in the game. 51-50. Marquette with the lead and the ball when we come back in the fourth quarter in Jerseyville. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
If you want your car to look stunning and keep it running, then take your car to Andy's Auto Body and Complete Car Care Center. Andy's ASE certified mechanics perform oil changes, suspension repair, air conditioning repair and service, engine diagnostics, warranty maintenance, tires, brakes, and shocks, plus state-of-the-art Hawkeye alignment. Like Andy's on Facebook. Andy's Auto Body and Car Care Center with 2 locations in Alton and Maryville is your car's home away from home.
Alton Redbirds, Marquette Explorers. One of those games where you hate to see somebody lose. I mean, these two teams have been at it since about 8:15 tonight.
Well, how can you not be? You know, you got seniors on the court here who will never get to experience this again, particularly. And for underclassmen, you never know. Like you said, they may not experience this again. I hope to see it. I hope they both stay in the tournament.
There's a turnover as Marquette throws it away. Abassa Brown, short in the lane. He missed the shot with 55 seconds left.
Oh, boy, he had a uncontested shot there, and I think he just left it short because he thought he was going to get some contact, but, boy, that was almost just an egregious error by Marquette.
Now McMurray in, fouled from behind. Abassa Brown fouling D.T. McMurray there.
And McMurray's going to shoot a 1 and bonus here. Oh, he had a chance. Perfect opportunity for Brown to give him the lead.
He just short-armed it in the lane, and D.T. McMurray now at the free throw line in a 51-50 ball game. Marquette by a point. They'll try to add to it here.
Think these are big?
They're big. And he misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Redbirds ball.
Well, now you can hold this for the final shot.
We'll see how they play it.
I'm surprised Coach doesn't call a timeout here.
He probably will. 24 seconds left. Alton ball.
Well, he put a finger up. He's saying one shot here.
And he wants a timeout with 17.1 seconds left. Eric Smith, the head coach for Alton High, with a timeout.
It's riveting in here. Can you use a word like that?
It's riveting. It's a little intense.
That too.
51-50. Marquette by 1 point. Alton with a timeout.
What do you set up here? Man, you got a number of options you can go with here because the guys that have played in this game, they've all got touches on the basketball here tonight. I think you got to go inside with this. I think maybe you take this to Anderson and let him go to work in the paint.
Parker has 16. Anderson has 12. You look at the other side, Lavender 13, Scheider with 10, Coddington 18 points in the game. And Alton ball after McMurray missed the front end of the 1-and-1 at the other end, remember?
How many times have we done games where you just say, you take free throws for granted and they just become incredible points to a game? And I mean, it wouldn't have put the game away if McMurray gets 2 there, but you're guaranteed not to lose. It still would have been a one-possession game. Now you leave the door open for Alton to get a game winner here. Hey, we had a game winner at the buzzer in the last game. Why not another one here?
Little bit ago here tonight, yes.
I'm sure the Marquette fans disagree with me, but they'd like a little defense here and put up a stop.
Win the game by 1 point. Here we go. Alton throws it in. 13 seconds left. Abasa Brown into the front court. Now 10 seconds to go. Brown underneath. Back to Thurman. Thurman inside. Stripped away. And then a foul is called on Alton. The Redbirds had it in the lane. But Marquette will go to the line with 3.6 seconds to go.
How about Williams Bay there? You talk about defense and look at his teammates helping him up there. That kid went from one end of the court to the other, following Abasa Brown. Then he switches off and jumps in on Thurman and actually helps cause a little bit of a turnover. It was a turnover because Thurman was going to go to the basket hard there. Now he's going to go to the line here.
And we're going to have a timeout for the Redbirds with 3.6 seconds to go. And remember, Marquette missed the front end of a 1-and-1 a moment ago, but again now there's only 3.6 seconds left in the game.
Do you miss here, though? I mean, they've got to go the length of the court in 3.6 seconds.
That's right.
It's almost something you got to think about, too. It's still a 1-and-1 situation. You get it if you purposely miss here, and I understand if you make 2 of them, you're guaranteed not to lose the game in regulation, but it's almost something to think about. I can understand if there's a few more seconds on the clock, Alton can get the ball up and get a win, but 3.6, it's going to be tough.
Some of the fans trying to beat the traffic as they head out of the gymnasium here. Why? With 3.6 seconds to go. 51-50. Our score here with 3.6 seconds to go.
I think you and I are going to be stuck in here for a while.
A long while before we leave Jersey County tonight.
Clear everybody out of here, but hey, 3.6 seconds, a lot can still happen here.
Marquette 51, Alton 50. Explorers 3.6 seconds away from beating the Redbirds here.
And look what Steve Medford's doing. He's getting everybody out of the lane. Doesn't want to take any chances here, and quite frankly, I don't blame him.
Here we go.
So again, do you miss here now? Because you've got your defense set up here now.
Williams Bay at the free throw line. And it's in the air. It's short. No good. Abasa Brown has it. Now Parker up and no good. over Alton High here in Jerseyville.
Oh, what a finish. And I don't know if Williams Bay purposely missed the free throw there. But boy, it sure looked like he did. And again, they had the wall set up where they were going to make it awfully tough for Alton to get the ball up court. You could still have time to get it up in 3.6 seconds, but you saw the resistance there, and that was just a tough off-balance shot for Parker to try to make, and he was a little long with it. He had a shot at it, just wasn't able to connect.
51-50. Marquette 13-6 now. Alton falls to 10-11. And what a game by these two teams tonight. We'll be back in a moment. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports. For Marquette, their 5 starters, the only players that scored in this game. Coddington with 18, Lavender 13, 10 for Scheider, 5 for McMurray, 5 for Williams Bay.
And it was spread out. The kids that played in this game, they had to do it at both ends of the floor, and you're going to have some tired bodies here tonight from both teams. And again, they both have to get up, get ready for another game tomorrow, because you know Jersey's going to look to put up some resistance when they play Marquette here in the last game tomorrow night. The Panthers aren't going to go away quietly either. They've been quietly impressive in this tournament themselves. Hey, they've got a 14-point win against Collinsville.
Our Munganast Alton Toyota player of the game. Well, we'll give it to Parker for Alton, Coddington for Marquette. But again, everybody out on the floor played their hearts out. I mean, it's hard to pick anybody on the floor in red or blue here tonight.
Yeah, well, I mean, those two really did stand out point-wise. They were able to get the jobs done for their respective teams. The one that stood out, though, in the fourth quarter, Lavender, when he came out right off the bat and got 6 quick points there for Marquette, it gave him a lead. They weren't able to stretch it out, but it gave him enough of a lead and something, obviously, that they were able to protect. He hit back-to-back-to-back shots for them, gave them a little bit of momentum, and they were able to hold off Alton at the end.
Again, Marquette 13-6 now on the season. Alton now at 10-11. And they'll both play again tomorrow night in this Jerseyville boys basketball tournament. But tonight, we were close the whole way. Alton led by 5 after 1 quarter, but 27-all at halftime. It was 40-40 after 3 quarters. And again, in the fourth quarter, Marquette outscores Alton 11-10 to win the game 51-50 on a memorable night. But the season not over. You still have a lot of basketball to go. It's only January, and we're not even close to March Madness yet.
Once you get out of this week, now you start the home stretch, especially for Marquette and Alton as well. I keep thinking Marquette's going to be playing, because 1A and 2A come up pretty quickly, but it's the 3A and 4As that wait beyond the smaller schools, and Marquette going to be playing 3A this year, so playing in this tournament's it's been a good test for them. It's been valuable for them. They get an understanding of what it's like to play against the bigger schools, and same thing for Alton. I mean, these have been some good tests for them as well. Good ball game tonight. Glad to be a part of it. This is fun to watch.
And 3 more solid games tonight. Cahokia beat Collinsville. Jerseyville over Pittsfield tonight. And again, the Marquette Explorers over the Alton Redbirds, 51-50 in front of a packed house here in Jersey tonight. Thanks to our engineer, Brian Hennigan, and my partner, Louis Korak. This is Brent Birkland saying so long, everybody.
Play-by-play.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Tom Lane, State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Macias Insurance, professional independent insurance agents. First Mid-America Credit Union, exceeding members' expectations since 1934. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance. All of your protection under one roof. Morrissey Construction, completing projects ahead of schedule and under budget for 60 years. Andy's Auto Body and Car Care, offering friendly service and reliable repairs since 1974. Liberty Bank, committed to providing excellent customer service above all else.